Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash. Double honors to the elders who are preaching His word truthfully and sincerely in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And I say shalom to your Akim out there. And this is a news article from CNBC.com. And this was updated January 19, 2023, 4:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this was published by Carmen Riki, if I pronounced that right, and Tanya Meshia. And it reads, stocks closed lower on Thursday as the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 notched a third day of losses. It says stocks fell Thursday as investors grew increasingly concerned the Federal Reserve will keep raising rates despite signs of slowing inflation. And it says the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost negative 252.40 points, or 0.76% to 33,044.56 points, posting its third down day in a row and giving up its gains from the New Year's rally right early in the year of the first 2 weeks of January 2023. And it says the S&P 500 fell 0.76% to 3,898.85 points, and the Nasdaq Composite shed 0.96% to end at 10,852.27. Both indexes are still positive for the month. And it says all of the major averages are on pace for their first negative week in 3 days within a week. It says the Dow Jones is down 3.67% and on pace for its worst weekly performance since September of last year. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq have each lost more than 2% on a weekly basis. After the markets practically gauge our near-term SPX fair value estimate intraday 4,000.14 both Tuesday and Thursday. Stocks slide and act like they needed a breather, says Christopher Harvey of Wells Fargo Security, head of equity strategy. The factors driving this sharp YD rally, short covering risk, bid, and lower yields, appear to be hitting their near-term bonds. This will cause the markets to trade sideways to down over the short term. Stocks extended their slide on Thursday after initially filings for unemployment insurance fell to the lowest level since late June last week. It says the Labor Department reported signaling to investors that the labor market is resilient amid a slow economy. Despite all the big tech post-pandemic layoffs, the job market remains hot, says Ed Mona, senior market analyst with current data and trading firms Ordina. The labor market needs to break to allow the Feds to comfortably keep rates on hold. And this is a data statistic like I did in the previous 2 days of the markets. This is a Dow Jones average data statistic graphic shows right here as a 33,044.56 and dropped 252 points, 0.40 and dropped 0.76%. It says claims total in a seasonal adjust 190,000 for the week ending January 14th at a decline of 15,000 from the previous period. Economists surveyed the Dow Jones has been looking for a 215,000. Investors has been parasiting other recent economic data and Fed's remarks for clues on how high rates will go. But while recent numbers pointed to easing inflation, J.P. Morgan and Chase CEO Jamie Lee Dimon thinks the rates will top 5%. Right, because I believe the end of November or December, they made the decision to increase the to increase the interest rates of 0.7. That's been the highest since 2008. Now we are entering of 2023 so far. Within 2 or 3 weeks in this year, in the year 2023 in January, we seeing a slow pace of easing inflation, but the Federal Reserves they still going to raise the interest rates, and that's still going to potentially affect the economy. That will potentially enter a recession.
I smell weed. Ooh.
Salakia for that, father. Yeah. So, I had to add a note to that. Excuse me for that. That was my brother in the background. Back to continuing the reading. It says, I think there's a lot underlying inflation which won't go away so quickly. Diamond told the CNBC Quick Box from the World Economic Forum of Davos, Switzerland. Elsewhere, investors are watching key quarterly reports to see if there is an earnings recession brewing. Netflix will report earnings after the bell. So yeah, as we see the markets crash once again, as it's stated right here of this news article, highlighting that stocks closed lower on Thursday. Dow Jones and the S&P 500 knocks the third day of losses after the solid 7 days of gaining in the markets in the early rallies of starting the new year for the last 2 weeks. Now, within this week so far, I believe the first 2 days of this week in January 2023, you had a good solid gain with the markets. Now, for the past 3 days of this week in January 2023, you've been seeing a downward spiraling losses of the markets. As the Federal Reserve continues to ease the inflation, even though you've been seeing results of that. But according to the economists, there still is going to be a potential recession with the interest rate increasing. With the latest data to statistics show that kind of affected the markets with the news that was broke out yesterday about the layoffs of Microsoft and from Amazon as well too. And then that's how the stocks react in a negative way, and the stocks had failed. So we're gonna see if that trend definitely gonna continue, with one more day left in this week with the markets and stuff like that. But as of right now, the markets crashed once again for a third time this week in January 2023, as of January 19, 2023, on Thursday, As the stocks closed lower on Thursday, Dow Jones and S&P 500 notched their third day of losses. And so with that, I hope this sit-down lesson was edifying of this news article that I just wrote. Of this news article that I just read, I meant to say. Not wrote, just read, I meant to say Slocky for that. So with that, once again, hopefully this lesson was edifying of the reading of this news article as of January 19, 2023, on this Thursday afternoon at 3:33 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders who are preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. Until next time, I will say shalom.